Episode 47. A flicker of surprise crossed the sect master Wang's normally icy face. You see, in a typical deathmatch, both sides usually want to avoid crippling losses. Having 20 or 30 participants is already considered a lot. Free-for-alls were rarely used. One-on-one duels were by far the most common method.
Since I was the one who proposed this death duel, there's no backing out now. And I have complete faith in my three martial uncles. Even in a chaotic melee, victory will undoubtedly be ours. Besides, as long as we can kill Jia Tianlong, any price we pay is worth it. Once this cunning wild wolf gang leader is dead, his unruly subordinates will immediately splinter. They'll turn on each other fighting for the top spot, giving us the breathing room we need.
With that thought, Sect Master Wang gave a nod, agreeing to the other party's demand.
Guards, mark out the death duel arena and prepare the contract of life and death.
At his command, over 30 richly dressed disciples rushed out from inside the shop. Without a word, they all stood in the open space before the shop, using wooden stakes and ropes to cordon off a deathmatch arena. From the efficiency of their movements, it was clear these men were well trained, far from ordinary low-level disciples of the Seven Mysteries sect. Amidst the clamor of the dueling grounds, Li Feiyu felt a growing sense of unease.
Are we just going to hide here doing nothing and watch them fight? Is that really appropriate?
What's the problem with that? Your sweetheart is perfectly safe right now. No danger at all. Once the duel between the two sides is over, we'll take advantage of the Wild Wolf Gang's retreat to sneak Miss Zhang out. Then the two of you can make a clean getaway, find a place they'll never find, and lay low. That way, the people above him won't be able to use you as scapegoats.
That's eloping. No, my grandson would never agree to that.
Then just knock her out. Take her away by force, and then cook the rice before it's ready. Problem solved, right?
You.
As the two of them remained locked in their dispute, Sect Master Wang solemnly accepted 2 blood-red documents from a disciple. These were the life and death contracts. He kept one copy for himself and had the other delivered to Jia Tianlong across the way. Jia Tianlong's expression turned serious as he accepted the item. He carefully opened the document, scrutinized its contents, and gave a nod of confirmation once he was satisfied. Only then did he close it and begin selecting the warriors for the mission. After a thorough selection process, he picked out 13 elite experts from the Wild Wolf Gang. To minimize further losses, he also selected over a dozen capable members from the smaller gangs. After all, whether these men were willing to give their all or not, once they'd signed the death contract, they'd have to fight for their lives, no choice in the matter. As for the remaining slots, he filled them with his personal iron guards, men trained to fight in perfect coordination. Of course, the Golden Light Immortal would also take the field. Jia Tianlong was counting on this man's flying sword technique to turn the tide. While Jia Tianlong was busy, Wang Juchu on the opposite side had also returned to the stone hall at some point. He still hadn't emerged, likely racking his brains over his own lineup for the death match. When the death duel arena was finally complete, Sect Master Wang emerged from the hall, leading 300 to 400 people. They were a mix of old and young, men and women, but every one of them had a sharp glint in their eyes and a steady gait. Clearly, they were the elite of the Seven Mysteries sect. But the ones who truly caught Jia Tianlong's eye were the 3 figures walking right behind Wang Juchu.
The first one had an air of scholarly grace, like a drifting mountain dressed as a scholar. The second was a towering, burly man with a bare chest and a face full of steel wire-like stubble, looking utterly ferocious. The third wore gray robes, his face cold, with a long sword strapped to his back. At first glance, they all seemed to be men in their 30s or 40s. But upon closer inspection of their faces, you'd notice a certain world weariness in their eyes, the kind you'd only find in men in their 70s or 80s. Their true age is certainly not what their appearance suggests.
These 3 must be Wang Juchu's 3 martial uncles. It seems they're truly willing to stake everything to keep me here.
Master, what do you think of those 3? Can we take them?
They're just a few mortals. Once my flying sword is out, their lives are as good as over. What's there to worry about? Do you doubt me?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just asking casually, Immortal Master. Please don't take it to heart.
Only then did Jia Tianlong feel the tension leave his body. This immortal is really hard to please. He gave a bitter smile to himself and quickly turned around.
Are you ready? Sign the death contracts.
Following that command, the Wild Wolf Gang's chosen combatants began to sign their names on the death contract, a final pledge of their resolve. Meanwhile, Wang Juchu was not about to be outdone.
Sign the death pact.
Immediately, several dozen pre-selected death warriors stepped out from the ranks of the Seven Mysteries sect, ready to sign the death contract on the document. As these men stepped forward, Han Li's gaze naturally shifted to them, scanning the crowd for any familiar faces. He also spotted the three grand uncles of the sect master Wang, but he paid them little mind, his gaze sweeping past them in a cursory glance before settling on a man in a blue robe. The moment he saw the old man's face, Han Li couldn't help but let out a low exclamation.
Elder Li.
This man was actually Elder Li, the master of Ma Rong, whom Han Li had once saved. He was one of the participants in this death match. That was completely unexpected. Snapping back to reality, Han Li quickly turned and gave Li Feiyu's shoulder a firm slap.
Did you see that? Elder Li is there too. He has to sign the death contract as well.
Li Feiyu stood there motionless, giving no response. He gazed into the distance, as if he hadn't heard a thing, his expression completely wooden.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Even if Elder Li wants to sign a life or death contract, there's no need to go this far.
Sure, she's there too. She's signed up for a death match too.
Where is it?
Over there.
Following Li Feiyu's gaze, Han Li finally spotted Jiang Shuer in a corner of the crowd, her face pale. At that moment, she was standing with the two other women who had also entered the death match. She wore a gown of pale silken white, her apricot lips slightly upturned. She looked like a delicate white flower, utterly pitiable.
Miss Zhang, a delicate woman like yourself. Why would you take part in such a bloody duel? Is that Wang guy out of his mind?
Didn't I tell you? Shuer is a core disciple of the Seven Extremes Hall too.
Han Li fell silent. Clearly, the Seven Kill sect didn't have many experts left here, and their sect master Wang showed no intention of going easy on a woman. To win this death match, they've even sent out a young woman like Jiang Shuer. They're clearly going all in.
Brother, I'm going to stay with Shuer. You take care of yourself.
Li Feiyu gave Han Li's shoulder a squeeze, then turned and walked into the crowd. He hadn't taken more than 2 steps when he heard a soft sigh from behind. A breeze stirred, and a figure appeared at his side. It was Han Li.
What's the big deal? It's just a deathmatch contract. This little scene doesn't faze me. We're friends, after all. I'm happy to help with this.
Good brother, I owe you one.
Han Li simply smiled without a word, just as he had said. He had come along for 2 reasons. First, he had spent a long time with Li Feiyu, and their bond was deep. He couldn't bear to watch his friend venture into danger alone. On the other hand, he was supremely confident in his own abilities. He didn't think the so-called experts of the Wild Wolf Gang posed much of a threat to someone who had mastered the fireball technique and the wind-riding art. Besides, he wanted to test his current strength. The 2 of them strode purposefully through the crowd, heading straight for Wang Juchu. Along the way, the 2 of them tore off their broken water sect garments, revealing the robes of the Seven Mysteries sect beneath.
Hallmaster Li, Dr. Han.
Many of the Seven Mysteries sect disciples present recognized these 2 famous figures from their own sect, and couldn't help but cry out in astonishment. Jiang Shuer was overjoyed to see Li Feiyu, her lovely face alight with surprise. If there weren't so many people around, she would have already thrown herself into her beloved's arms to pour out her heart. Sect Master Wang naturally recognized the 2 of them. Their appearance was quite unexpected.
Deputy Hall Master Li Feiyu of the External Assignment Hall, paying respects to the Sect Master. We too are willing to sign a death contract and participate in the blood duel. We humbly request the sect master's approval.
Without waiting to be asked, he stated his request directly. Han Li stood to the side, silent, looking to Li Feiyu for direction. Hearing Li Feiyu's words, the sect master swallowed the reprimand that had risen to his throat. The icy expression on his face softened with a trace of amusement.
Good. You are a truly loyal disciple of our Seven Mysteries sect. With Hall Master Li joining the duel, our chances of victory have just increased. However, Dr. Han should not participate. His medical skills are far too valuable to the sect. If something were to happen to him in a death match, the loss would far outweigh the gain.
Hearing this, Han Li gave a faint smile. Without waiting for Li Feiyu to explain, he swayed slightly and vanished from Sect Master Wang's sight. Sect Master Wang was startled. He was just about to look around when Han Li's lazy voice sounded from behind him.
I wonder if my humble skills have caught the sect master's eye. I believe I possess sufficient ability to protect myself, even in a death match. I only ask that you grant me this chance to prove my loyalty.
Sect Master Wang was utterly shaken. He never imagined that Han Li, famed within the sect for his medical skills, could possess such terrifying footwork.
What terrifying skill? Who is this man? What is your true purpose for hiding within our sect?
A torrent of dreadful thoughts flooded Wang Juchu's mind. He turned and looked at Han Li, who still appeared harmless as a lamb. His eyes then fell upon his three martial uncles. His three martial uncles' expressions shifted slightly, and a flicker of horror appeared in their eyes. Clearly, this Dr. Han's martial prowess had them seriously on edge. A flurry of different thoughts spun through Sect Master Wang's mind, and he finally made his decision.
Dr. Han, your loyalty to our sect is truly commendable. As the sect master, how could I possibly refuse?